What's up, YouTube? This is Mathos97, and welcome to episode number 20 of my SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 General Manager mode. We're here with the August 9th edition of SmackDown, coming to you from Mexico.
But of course, we got to look at a match card from a couple of weeks back on the glitched recording that I had. It was, I guess, by this point, several weeks ago, but still, I said I was going to get that showcased on one of these episodes, and, well, I'm not going to be a liar, so there we go. You've seen it. Do apologize again for that sort of recording error, but anywho, you've seen what happened. Now let's move on to what is currently happening. As we can see, is Andre the Giant. He defeated a new superstar in Sylvain Grenier. Or at least that's what I hear from Taz.
I gotta admit, I was never a huge La Resistance fan in general, Cole, but Sylvain Grenier actually pretty impressive in the ring.
Oh, I don't know. Should I take that with a grain of salt? Is that the proper pronunciation? I don't know. I don't speak French, but you know, I believe my pronunciation of Sylvain Grenier is somewhat accurate. Hopefully, it's accurate enough. But as we can see, Sylvain Grenier is not the one who's competing on our recorded episodes or matches here tonight. As we can see, kicking off the show, we have Bret the Hitman Hart with Chris Benoit in his corner, taking on the Viper Randy Orton, who has the World Heavyweight Champion Triple H in his corner. Randy Orton, of course, faced off against Bret Hart in Bret Hart's debut several episodes back, where we saw Orton actually pick up the victory. So Bret Hart, he's got a bit of a vendetta against Randy Orton here tonight. He's looking to get his win back over the Apex Predator. But of course, Bret Hart, he's still looking to capture the World Heavyweight Championship, and we got a good feud building between these two men. So I think we're going to ride it out to SummerSlam, which is, of course, coming to you from Canada. Yes, that is right. I believe it was in Calgary, Canada, if I remember correctly. So it's not quite Bret Hart's hometown, but it's there. It's the same country. So yeah, me being the unknowledgeable American, you know, I don't even know where I'm going with this. I completely lost my train of thought where I was going with that. But anywho, I'm sorry. I'm just a little bit out of sorts, a little disoriented, because I just had a interesting course of events. You know, something was, yeah, basically I was getting home from work and I was almost locked out of my house. So that was fun, but I'm here. I'm able to get in and record this commentary for all of you lovely viewers watching this at home, or perhaps not at home. I don't know where you might be, but hopefully you're enjoying the video thus far as I go off on my tangent, my slew of tangents. But we focus back on the match at hand, as Randy Orton got a bit of a submission hold applied here on Bret Hart. So Randy Orton, his feud with Chris Benoit was basically just, we had these two guys, they weren't really doing anything. Orton, of course, coming off of the loss to Batista at the Judgment pay-per-view. And then Chris Benoit, he was coming off the United States Championship loss to Edge at the same event. So we kind of had these two superstars who weren't really doing a whole lot. They kind of needed something to get their careers back on track, something to keep them relevant and keep them going here on SmackDown. So put them together in a feud, and well, so far it's been a big hit in the ratings. So we could perhaps, I mean, especially if you see a guy like Orton, or you see Orton pick up a victory here tonight over Bret Hart, could perhaps try to insert himself into the World Heavyweight Championship title picture. And we do know, I mean, Triple H, he kind of owes Randy Orton a little bit, going all the way back to that Battle Royal several episodes ago, you know, near the early stages of the series, where Randy Orton, he attacked Batista from the outside after he was eliminated, and basically set Batista up for elimination. I mean, Batista, he was on fire, he was clearing house, and then just like that, Orton hung him out to dry right into a pedigree, and that was it for Batista. So we've obviously seen where Batista has gone from there, getting his win against Orton, and moving on to bigger and better things. Of course, he's competing in the main event tonight alongside his partner, Eddie Guerrero, to take on Kane and the Big Show in a TLC match for the Tag Team Championships. So, obviously Batista, he hasn't let that set him back too far. He's managed to recover quite nicely, whereas Orton, the same can't really be said for him. I mean, he made that impact, but he just hasn't quite been able to live up to expectations following that betrayal of Batista there. Although he does seem to be on good terms with Triple H, so perhaps, I don't know, we could perhaps see a different form of Evolution reunited here in GM mode. But oh, look at that. Shades of Shawn Michaels right there. Orton with that flying forearm and then a kip up. Of course, we do know Randy Orton is the legend killer. One of the legends he quote-unquote killed in the past being Shawn Michaels, so Orton perhaps paying a bit of homage to Michaels there in a mocking fashion, of course, as the arrogant Orton would be known to do. Meanwhile, we have Bret Hart here, of course. Like I said, he wants to go on to SummerSlam in his hometown. Well, I already botched that because it's not his hometown. I clearly stated that earlier. But he wants to go to his home country, and, well, he wants to put Triple H's World Heavyweight Championship reign to bed. I mean, Triple H, he's held on to that title since the beginning of the series. He was crowned the original World Heavyweight Champion of GM mode, and his job at defending that title thus far. I mean, challenge after challenge, whether it's Kurt Angle in an Iron Man match, a battle royal against a slew of main event competitors, Bret Hart and Andre the Giant in a triple threat match. I mean, Triple H, he's just defeated everyone who stepped into his path. And look at this, Bret Hart, he's got the sharpshooter applied right now, folks. Randy Orton, he's not going to be able to get to the ropes, but unfortunately for Bret Hart, Orton refusing to tap out. But Bret Hart, nonetheless, going to continue to work on the leg of Orton, try to soften him up. Perhaps Bret Hart just didn't quite have the sharpshooter locked into its full effect, and he's got a little more damage he's got to do before he can even hope to get Orton to tap out. But then, of course, we got Chris Benoit watching here ringside. He would love to see Orton take a beating at the hands of Bret Hart, and I do apologize if the commentary just started skipping there. Got a stupid Norton pop up, and that's, of course, not. The computer is running slowly, which is unfortunate, but we gotta power through this. And of course, I mean, it's not like I can see how the commentary is going at the time of recording, so I don't really want to just stop if it's nothing major, because I mean, I did that once on a Universe Mode episode. It wasn't anything major, and it really just threw off my stream of consciousness that I was going on. And that's the problem with, trying to start with commentaries. If you're going on you're on a roll, you've got a good thing going, and then you stop, and it just really derails your momentum, and you got to try to focus back in, and sometimes you can't do that, and then the result, well, it is crap. So we want to try to keep this going all in one shot for this episode. But now look at this, Bret Hart, he's got the sharpshooter locked in yet again. Randy Orton, though, he's close to the ropes, could perhaps reach out to that bottom rope, force a rope break. Well, I mean, his hand was kind of warping through it. So, but I guess that doesn't count. You have to actually grab the rope of your own accord. You can't just glitch through it. That's not a rope break. There is no hacks. Oh, well, wait a minute. Bret Hart with the sunset flip. Cover on Randy Orton. 2 count. Bret Hart defeats Randy Orton with that sunset flip. And I mean, well, by that point, I mean, Orton, he has already been through 2 sharpshooters. Should have tapped out, but this is SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. Nobody taps out, or at least rarely ever does anyone ever tap out. I mean, I think, we've had 1 submission thus far, and I think that was from, it was Chris Benoit's crossface. He locked it in on somebody, and I think he forced a submission, but if that didn't happen, maybe I'm just making it up. Maybe there haven't been any submissions in the series thus far. But wait a minute, look at this. Moving on to the tag team matchup, Eddie Guerrero, he's already got Big Show rolled up here. And I mean, well, that's beyond a 3 count, but where's the referee? Well, what happened to the referee? Did he get caught in the crossfire of this carnage? I mean, where'd he go? Did he get, knocked over the... Yep, that's exactly what happened. So he must have gotten leveled with the ladder 5 seconds into the matchup and knocked over the top rope. And well, you know these referees, they're like made of like paper or something. It doesn't take much to completely destroy them. They're very fragile, so you gotta be, not paper, they're made of glass, that's what it is. I mean, they break, it doesn't take much to really just get the referee down for basically the entire match in these games. But then you look at, you know, newer games like 2K15 where if a referee gets knocked down, they're up in like, it's 10 seconds flat. I mean, those referees, they've been taking some steroids or something. I mean, they've just really just upped their durability by like 50 points. I don't understand what that, I mean, that certainly is scaling for you. And wait a minute, look at this, Eddie Guerrero, roll up on Big Show. But, oh wait, no, he still got him. I thought Kane broke it up, but no, he did not. Although Big Show was able to kick out himself, so it's basically the same. Wait a minute, Eddie Guerrero, now a roll up on Kane, but Kane, he would take out of that at 1. Batista and Big Show are going at it. Kane and Eddie Guerrero going at it. Oh, look at that scoop slam right through the table as Batista gets put through that table by the Big Show. And of course, Eddie Guerrero tonight, he's got a lot to prove. I mean, we saw the last time Eddie Guerrero faced these two men. Well, I should say when he lost the tag team titles alongside his partner, alongside his nephew, Chavo Guerrero. They were unsuccessful in retaining the tag team titles. And then, of course, back at the Great American Bash pay-per-view, in the Triple Threat Tornado Tag, it was Kane and Big Show who won again. So far, Eddie Guerrero has not had the best of luck when it comes to Kane, Big Show, and those tag team titles. But tonight, Eddie Guerrero, he's looking to right his wrongs, and he's looking to, well, capture those tag team titles. And look at this, Batista, elbow drop off the top of that ladder. Meanwhile, Big Show, oh, look at this. Big Show choke slams Eddie Guerrero through the table. But Batista connecting with the back of Big Show's skull with that ladder. Big Show, I don't think he's going to be able to capitalize. And, well, now he's furious. Batista has angered the Giant. And Big Show now, I'm surprised this ladder, it's a very sturdy ladder, able to hold the weight of two men. Oh, look at this. These two juggernauts trading shots back and forth. And Big Show gets hip-tossed out over the top rope to the floor. Nearly dropped on his head. I'm surprised he didn't break his neck on that fall. And now look at Batista! Batista launching himself over the top rope onto the downed Big Show. And now look at this. Big Show, I don't even know if he's conscious at this point. Batista just taking the fight to the Big Show. The world's largest athlete is certainly in trouble as the animal looks to unleash fury on the Big Show. Meanwhile, Eddie Guerrero takes down Kane with a nice drop kick. And somehow Big Show, he's back into this thing as he takes Batista down with, what was that, a gut wrench face buster? That's what it looked like, something like that. As now he just steps over Batista, just using him as a stepping stool, a doormat, just completely walking all over him. Literally. And now look at this. Big Show, he's got Batista by the throats. And now drops the leg right across the sternum. That'll take all the air out of your lungs. Batista, is he going to be able to come back from that? I mean, it's certainly going to have him dazed. And Big Show, well, he's going to capitalize on that with a steel chair shot to the skull. And Kane dropping an elbow off the top of the ladder. Well, he took out Batista, but he took out his own tag team partner at the same time. And, well, that could come to haunt the team of Big Show and Kane. And now look at this. Eddie, Big Show continue to go at it. Kane and Batista now up on top of that ladder. And, well, I mean, Batista thus far, he's been very successful up at the top of the ladder. He's managed to win these fights. And he's going to do it again. Look at this. Hip toss. Sending Kane crashing down to the mat. And now a clothesline there from the Big Show. Takes down Batista. As, wait a minute, playing possum. As he's got the inside cradle. But Kane breaks it. Breaks out the pinfall attempt there with that light. As Eddie Guerrero now. Look at the power, the strength of Eddie. Able to scoop slam Big Show up onto that ladder. And wait a minute. Batista. Okay. That was sudden. But it looks like Batista and Eddie Guerrero have won the tag team titles. Wow, that was out of nowhere. What? I didn't even see what Batista did, but nonetheless, it was effective, and it kept Kane down for the 3 count. And we've got new WWE Tag Team champions here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Batista and Eddie Guerrero have captured the gold. As we can see, SmackDown gets a plus 50,000 fan boost. So that was a good episode for us. We win the ratings war for the week. So let's go ahead and check out the ratings. So let's see, what did Raw get? Raw got a 3-star overall show rating. And, well, it looks like they're kind of up to their usual shtick. I mean, we have a Battle Royal, let me guess, Iron Man main event. No last man standing. Okay, fair enough. It's not an Iron Man match that we see basically every week. They are mixing it up a little bit. Gotta give them some credit. But we get a 3.5-star show rating with a 4-star and a 4.5-star main event. That's a main event. That's a proper main event for, you know, all these Raw fans. They clearly don't know what the superior show is, but obviously the ratings reflect that SmackDown is the better brand. And, well, we're not going to be satisfied until we have a complete monopoly over Monday Night Raw. We need to get all of those fans over to our side. So as we take a look, popularity, a lot of green arrows, which is good. Popularity is going up for a lot of these people. Feuds are definitely going out with that. As we can see, British Bulldog still wants a title shot. Well, we'll work on that. We'll figure something out for good old Davey Boy Smith. But we also did extend Kane's contract because Kane, he did need, and you can see there's a little bit of fatigue there as well. But Kane, crowd's getting behind them. I mean, that's going to be the fruit of the feud going on, as well as being tag team champions, of course. And as we take a look, there are a lot of the free agents there. We're going to go ahead and just kind of go through the roster, the people I did unlock. I did unlock the Junkyard Dog, and I also got The Rock. So we're going to go ahead and set those two to on. We're going to enable them so they can be a part of this series. And perhaps, maybe we'll pick them up. Maybe Raw will pick them up. I'm not exactly too sure what I'm going to do with those legends just yet. But that's it for this episode. Another topic for another time. I want to thank you all for watching. And until next time, keep on YouTubing.